Hi, have you ever wondered why happiness is transient and not permanent? Have you ever wished for unlimited happiness with infinite validity? Is 24 by 7 happiness a good idea? Welcome to Mindscape Matters, a channel to discuss mental health and more. I am Dr. Mohan Raj, a consultant psychiatrist, and I'll be your guide as we travel this wonderful landscape together. Happiness is transient. For that matter, all emotions are transient. Let's talk about why in our future video. Coming back, if somebody's emotions are prolonged, then it tells us that something is wrong. Now let us look at two scenarios where somebody's emotions are prolonged, in this case happiness. Now scenario 1. Somebody is taking cannabis on a daily basis, continuously. Now that person is high, very happy, feels on top of the world. Now what's wrong in somebody feeling high? You might remember a soft drink ad which ad about 20-25 years back. There is a college, all the students are sitting on the steps. Suddenly the bell rings, everybody gets up except one student who is reclining on the steps and he's having a soft drink like that. And everybody says, come on, get up, the bell. And he says, so what? They say, classes, studies. He says, what are we going to do after studying? You get a lot of marks. What if you get a lot of marks? They say, you will get big jobs. So what after getting big jobs? You can earn a lot of money. Then what? Then they say, then you can just relax and do whatever you want to do. He says, that's exactly what I am doing now. Now, people who take cannabis regularly, it's the same story. Because if somebody is taking cannabis and if you try to tell him, let's do some exercise, he will say, why? Oh, you feel very good when you do exercise. He would say, I'm already feeling good. Or you say, let's go to that new restaurant. Why? Oh, the ambience is very good. So what? No, you feel good in that ambience. He says, I'm already feeling great. So whatever you suggest, let's go to a concert, let's go to a football game, nothing. Everything the person is going to say, I'm already feeling great. Why should I go look for happiness elsewhere? So people who take cannabis are on top of their world, happy all the time. For others who do not take cannabis, multiple things can give happiness. For example, the commonest thing that everybody gets happiness is exercise. Now, I'm a cyclist. Now, I take the cycle, go out, and as I pedal, a sense of well-being develops and it envelops my whole self, and I feel very good about it. Now, this sense of well-being is not limited to the duration of exercise. This can last for the whole day, but it's not permanent. It gradually comes down. It's actually a good thing because that's what makes me motivated to go for my cycle the next day. Same thing with runners, same thing with painting, singing, dancing, writing, or whatever your passion is. You do that, you feel very happy while doing it, and after some time, it slowly peters off, and that motivates you to go back to your passion again. So you keep doing it on a regular basis so that your sense of well-being is there whenever you want. But for a person who takes cannabis, whenever they feel their sense of well-being is coming down, they don't have to do all these things. All they have to do is light up their next joint. And have you ever seen the body of a person who takes cannabis on a regular basis? Their muscles are so thin, we call it atrophied or wasted because they don't do exercise and the muscles become completely atrophied. They don't dress well, they don't eat well, they don't seek jobs, they don't seek out conversations. And this state is called chronic amotivation syndrome of cannabis. It's not just limited to cannabis. Most drugs of abuse can lead to chronic amotivation syndrome. The second scenario is an illness called mania. The main feature of mania is excessive happiness. So the person is extremely happy and the person talks more, moves around a lot, spends more, gives away expensive gifts and talks about wide variety of topics. and the person believes that the person has extraordinary abilities, their physical abilities are more, their mental abilities are more, they can solve practically any problem, they can do business very well, and whatever field they are doing, they think they are excelling in that at that point of time. And if the illness is severe, they also claim that they are an avatar of God or they are messengers of God, and they claim that God has been in communication with them all the time. I should give you a disclaimer here. Not all those who claim to be avatars of God or messengers of God or who say they are in communication regularly with God, they do not have mania. They have other motivations, and that can be discussed in a separate video later. Now coming back, there is another illness called hypomania, a milder form of mania. All the symptoms will be there, but at a milder form. They are gregarious, friendly, they talk a lot, they're very creative, they can write a novel in say 2 weeks time, they can write poetry effortlessly, they can do a lot of things without any tiredness, their energy levels are amazing. Now some of you might wonder what's wrong and how nice it will be to be in a state of hypomania. Now the problem with hypomania is there's no telling when it will become mania. The problem with both hypomania and mania are, one is the judgment is impaired. The person will not know what is right, what is wrong. Second is they overestimate their ability, be it physical, mental, financial abilities. So because they overestimate, they also commit to a lot of stuff. Like for example, a businessman will look at sick industrial units and will say they don't know how to run business, whereas I have superior intelligence, superior business skills, I can turn these around. And he might go on a buying spree of all these sick industrial units, take huge loans, and will have mega plans of turning them around. And it will be much later before he realizes that he has bitten more than what he could chew. We looked at two scenarios. Now let us imagine a third scenario where all of us are happy all the time. You look outside your door, nothing is moving, no car, bus, nothing is moving. That's because everybody is happy in their own house. Normally on a weekend, we'll go on a holiday to have fun, to make memories. Now where is the need? We are happy already. Why should we go to some resort to have fun? We are having it at home. Similarly, people would not want to go for work because the fruit of labor, which would have brought them happiness in so many ways, are not needed because they are anyway on top of the world. And we won't form relationships because whatever happiness the relationship is going to bring is already there. We are all swimming in a vast ocean of happiness. And if this continues, the whole world will come to a standstill. Now do you understand why happiness is transient? The pursuit of happiness is actually more fun than the destination, that's happiness itself. Thank you for watching this far. If you like this video, please tell 4 of your friends. And if one of them wants to watch it in Tamil, tell them that this content is available in Tamil also. Stay tuned because Mindscape matters. Bye.